You want to sit since you're ready?
You want to pull over that other chair? You're welcome to.
I'm okay with this. Okay. So let's make the first, like, the shopping list kind of thing.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, there's got to be another chair around somewhere.
Oh, that's all right.
You okay?
I'm good.
Do you want to sit here?
No,
Okay.
I'm fine. I'm good.
You want to close the door?
Uh,
That way people won't walk in on you.
So, okay, I know we don't have a nutritionist on campus, which
Uh-huh.
that sucks, but, so what would you say we should be like, what should our eating habits should be like?
I think that eating habits are really important for you guys because you have to maintain a regular schedule and you need to eat regularly as well. Ideally, instead of one large meal a day, which I know most students, that's what they do,
Yep.
you should be eating every couple of hours
Like
and
little
snacking
snacks.
along the way. So, the basics of good nutrition, if you look at a plate of food, that plate of food should be balanced between proteins and carbohydrates and fats.
Okay.
And truly, if you look at a plate of food, your proteins most of the time are either your tofu, your cheeses, your beans, and your meats. That should be 1/4 of your plate.
Okay.
Fruits and vegetables should be the majority of the plate, truly. And ultimately, if you keep that balanced with every meal, then you're going to eat better. If you're going to snack, snack on fresh things, fruits and vegetables. Look for things that are balanced carbohydrates that don't have a lot of sugar or sugar alcohols in them.
Yeah.
And also, another thing is, let's go back to chocolate and candy and snacks
and stuff
like that. The concept of glucose use in your body, and glucose is sugar. It's kind of a give and a take. So if you eat a candy bar, for example, because you're starving and you have an exam to do, what happens in your body is you use all of that glucose up very rapidly. And so you go through this peak where the glucose is being used, and then all of a sudden it's like falling off the cliff. So your blood sugar drops so rapidly afterwards, within about 20 minutes after you eat it, that you can't think anymore.
Yeah.
And you have to
Can get you
have
tired too.
balanced food. A lot of people don't eat before they go in to take exams, and really you should. I'm not saying a heavy meal, but I'm saying a light balanced meal, because that's really going to help you think better.
Yeah.
If you just have a cup of coffee and you don't eat anything else, your brain's not going to function the way it should be.
Yeah.
Okay? And you all look like you need some sleep.
Oh, yeah,
We're at the,
definitely. We're
Yeah.
at that point. I have
Yeah.
a 12-page essay. We have this.
Speeches.
Absolutely.
Definitely could use more sleep. But
What if, say, you're a vegetarian like myself?
Okay. Okay.
How would you get your...
vegan,
yeah.
vegetarian kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Okay, so do you eat eggs at all?
I do.
Do you eat cheese at all?
Yes.
Okay, so beans, cheese, eggs, and tofu are your best protein sources.
There's some very good vegetarian beans at Walmart I used to get when I was
Yeah.
vegetarian.
Yeah.
They were good. So those were good.
Cottage cheese, yogurt, things like that. Regular chicken eggs, duck eggs.
Duck eggs, ooh.
Quail eggs. Any eggs are high in protein and pretty low in carbohydrates, so they're always a good option.
That's good.
Okay?
Um,
And my backup is always beans and rice. Truly, if you're looking for a good thinking dish,
yeah.
that's a good way to look at it.
Now, what about getting enough sleep and
Okay,
if
let's
you
talk
could do
about
that.
it. You guys should be getting an average of 8 to 12 hours of sleep a day. Average 10. Okay.
That'd be nice.
So it's all about the balance here. It is all about your balance. you've got to decide what time of the day you study the best. You
Yeah.
work on your schoolwork the best. If you're a morning thinker, do it then. If you're a late night thinker, do it then. And make that consistent. Make sure that you're getting to bed at about the same time every day. No video games before bed. No phone. No Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Anyway, you know what I mean.
Twitter.
The more time that you spend in front of visual things like that before you sleep, the less you sleep.
Yeah.
You don't go into a good, strong, deep sleep. So that's something really important.
Now, if a student with insomnia, like something like that, or ADHD, like myself, what would you like? Just get rid of all of that stuff.
Well, one thing I would get rid of, besides the electronics, within the hour before you go to bed, get rid of the electronics. Establish a regular routine in the evening. You know, are you a bath person in the evening? Do you like to read a good book that isn't a textbook? Something that you're going to kind of wind down from.
Okay.
If you're on meds for ADHD, that may make a difference, and you can adjust those meds according to when you need to think well and when you need to sleep well.
Yeah.
And that's a good discussion with your doctor.
Yeah.
Okay, because there's some short-acting and some long-acting drugs. And the long-acting drugs may put you in a position where you can't go to sleep at night.
Yeah. When I take Adderall, when I do...
Is it the XR, the extended release?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's because I have really bad ADHD.
Okay.
So, like, when I do that, it, like, I think it's really bad for me. It gives me disgust when I want to eat. Like, I'm hungry, but, like, I just can't eat. And, like, when I try to sleep, I can't because I'm up just thinking.
Okay.
And
Then it's time to talk to your doctor about making adjustments. Not necessarily going off the meds, because that's what's going to make you successful in school.
Yeah.
But there's other ways to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. I think routine. You guys have no routine. I know that.
No, I would, like, for work or school, I'll wake up at completely different times. Like,
When you work till 3 in the morning, it's hard to get to sleep when you get to you've been working.
You gotta have
just need a
wind down
different job.
time.
So it's
you just need your job sucks. You just need a
I
different one.
I got hired. Hopefully, I've changed my schedule so I'm working only 5 hours, and it's going to be in the morning. So
Okay.
now I
That's
can
good.
probably work to sleeping actually at night.
Yeah, see, I think that's a really important balance. I see a lot of students implode for that very reason, because you're working long hours, you're going to school long hours, you're trying to get a little bit of party life in, and you got to find a balance between all of that. I'm not saying cut one out. I'm saying just
You need to balance it.
try to balance it.
How do nurses who work night shift, do they just sleep during the day?
Generally they do. I know some nurses that work nights, they get off at 7 a.m. and they continue to stay up most of the morning and early afternoon, and then afternoon they go to sleep. And they'll sleep until time to get up and go to work. Other people, their body clock is a little different, and they're exhausted when they get off at 7, and as soon as they get home they're in bed. So everybody's got a different body clock, and a lot of times when you're fighting against that, boy, that's really hard to deal with.
It is,
You know?
because like your body's adjusted to like just a certain time you want to get up. Like I usually get up between like 10 to 12 nowadays because of
When's your
work.
first class?
It's at 11, so I try to get here at like 9:30, 10.
Okay, all right.
So, and then work, I usually work morning shifts, so I have to get up at like 9:30.
Yeah.
So
Try to keep your hours consistent. If you can, make them more human hours.
That's why I'm always like kind of honest with myself when I'm making my class schedule.
Yeah.
I make them late, like now.
That's
Like, because
okay.
sometimes, like, when I'm working those late night shifts, I gotta sleep. So,
Yeah.
like, usually I sleep until, like, 10, so.
It's not a matter of sleeping in, it's a matter of getting enough sleep.
yeah,
What,
Definitely.
no matter where your start point and your stop point is, you still need that 8 hours of sleep.
yeah.
Okay.
Any more questions you guys
Yeah.
have? Is there anything else we need?
Are you guys taking multiple vitamins at all?
My mom tries to force me onto it.
Okay, I'm
So
not going to be
trying.
your mom,
I'm
but
trying.
take this into consideration, especially if you're vegan or vegetarian. Iron
Yes.
losses tend to be a high issue, and if you
I
are
have low
iron
iron.
deficient,
Yeah.
if you're iron deficient anemic, then you truly are very tired and you can't think well and you're pale, and all of those things do happen. So I don't care if you get a gummy bear one, as long as you're getting something
Some
that
kind of
has
iron deficiency.
basic vitamins in it and a little iron supplementation.
And you,
Fish oil?
Yeah, that's a
Fish
good
oil?
thing.
'Cause I do that a lot.
Yeah.
I use fish oil a lot.
Yeah.
so that would help a lot with
Yeah,
our.
just a basic multiple vitamin.
And I
Okay.
have 2 thumbs.
There's some vegan this thing that's
Yeah,
called
there are.
Vegan Force. It smells so bad, but you'll be able to get it
Yeah.
down. It has everything you need. So yeah, I have an iron deficiency pill thing, but I just
It's going to get worse
forgetting.
unless you address it through school, because you're
Yeah.
stressing yourself out a lot through these years.
yeah.
And so that added stress, it takes all the nutrition out of your body. So
Yeah.
you really got to work on it.
Okay.
Okay? So if you're getting pizza, get a salad with it, you know? That's the bottom line. Make sure that you're
And
balancing
that's always
things
my
out.
issue, is in the cafeteria, most of the salads aren't purely salads. They're like chicken salads or, so my
You
options
should bring
are
that up with the manager of the
Yeah.
cafeteria.
You should do that.
That's,
I know
but
you have
that's always-
anxiety. I know you do, but
Not just that. I just, by nature, I don't like making my problems other people's problems.
Yeah, but we also
I
have
always-
vegetarians and vegans in here, you know.
See, the thing of it is they don't know what your needs are unless you tell
Yeah.
them. And you're not making a spectacle of this. You're just saying, for those of us that do not eat this way, is there a way you can modify what's available so that we can eat there too? I don't think that that's unreasonable at all. Any restaurant you go in now has some kind of vegan, vegetarian choice anymore. There's a way you can work
Definitely.
around it. It should be that way in the cafeteria too.
And you
really.
you could bring your own lunch sometimes too if you wanted to.
Oh, but that's not cool to carry around a lunchbox in college. Come on.
Put it in your book bag. No one will
Yeah.
notice I did it.
No,
Yeah.
I do it for high school, yeah.
Yeah, but that's like social hour for you guys. You sit there in the cafeteria and you eat together and you hang out. And
Yeah.
No, I usually get the subs with like vegetables, heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The subs that they make are pretty good. So.
They're pretty
Yep.
good. I miss Subway though. Kinda,
You aren't kidding.
because I
Did you
usually
eat
got
in,
the
like,
foot long,
Uh-huh.
then it was a whole meal.
Yeah, it's 2 meals.
Yeah. Usually if I didn't
Yeah.
finish one, I'd just be like, oh, one for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We have